So hello everyone, 2021 is finally here. So I have to say Happy New Year to every one of us. I know 2020 was a challenging year in so many ways and facets, and for so many of us, a lot of challenges we had to surmount, a lot of issues we had to deal with, both financially, health-wise. The COVID-19 pandemic ravaged the global economy, and most of the world is still on lockdown from the effect of the COVID-19. But I'm happy where we are. It's 2021. Most of us have woken up today to realize that, yeah, it's 2021, but the dynamics are still the same. So, while I was pondering on this, I recall that sometimes, I think in my early teens, I was in a church in Benin, and I realized then what we usually do is that at the end of the year, like this, we'll prepare what we call a meal ticket. The meal ticket is where you write your wishes for the new year. So you write it, and then, but before you write that, there was a 1 week fasting that preceded that. So you fast for 1 week, and then on December 31st, you write the wishes you want for the next year, and then you take it to the church, and the pastor prays on it, and we all hope for a better next year. But when I left university and started working, I began to realize that no, success is not by wishful thinking. You don't have to make wishes for the next year. All you need to succeed is to make goals for the next year. So when I moved to Lagos, I learned that it's goals you need to write. That's when I started writing goals. And your goals must be smart. The goals must be specific, must be measurable, it must be realistic, it must be time bound. And so that was what has kept me. So I moved from the paradigm of making wishes to writing goals for the new year. But over the years, we begin to realize that a lot of people that you write a lot of goals for the next year, and then the year comes to an end after 365 or 366 days, as it may be, you realize that most of your goals are still not accomplished. So while I was thinking about that for 2021, a scripture came to my mind, which I think is important. So in Matthew 6:22, Jesus said, and he said, that if your eyes be one, your body will be full of light. Yes, there is a oneness in goal, there's a oneness in our desires that produce results. If your eyes be one, your body will be full of light. So I began to ponder that instead of having 20 goals, 30 goals for the year, and then you chase them all and sometimes you don't get it, why don't you just trim your sights to have one specific goal? So it's while I was thinking about that, I remembered in 1995 when I was preparing to write my general certificate examination. I was going through what they call a lesson. It's like an after class stuff where people go to learn more. And there I met a couple of guys, but two people stood out for me and we became very close. So one day, while we went to the lesson, it didn't hold. So we decided that, okay, why don't you just go back to my house and rest and play? Spend all that time just having fun. So when we got to the house, one of us said he was a very good keeper. Luckily, we got to the house, we had two balls that day. So it's okay, let's put your keeping stuff to the test. So what did we do? We decided, okay, we made a goalpost and say, hey guy, you keep while we play the two balls, then you catch it. He said he can't catch both balls. So we said, okay. So I whispered to my friend, I said, can we play these balls in opposite directions? So what we did, he played to the left, I played to the right, and the keeper went for the left, later changed his mind, went for the right, and what happened? Both balls entered the goalpost. So that story began to remind me that sometimes chasing more than one thing can be distracting. So Jesus was right when he said, if your eyes be one, your body will be full of light. In Deuteronomy, I think 6 verse 4, Moses told the Israelites, say, hear you, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. Yet there is a oneness in God that we can use to learn to make success in life, because success in life is not an accident. A success in life is not an accident, even though I also admit that success is incremental. So it's not a destination, it's a journey. And so there's a oneness in God that we can learn from. If God is light, God is not darkness. If God is love, God is not hate. If God is peace, God is not war. So there's that oneness in God, and I think we can put that to our businesses, we can put that to our life, to mirror that into our life. Have that one specific goal for 2021. That at the end of 2021, you can look back and say, this is the thing I wanted to do and I have achieved it. Yes, that your goal is one doesn't mean that there's what they call objectives and key results that you can use to measure. So let's assume someone says, I want to get into the university in 2021. Now, for example, you need to write your general certificate examinations, you need to write, probably if you're in Nigeria, write your JAMB. So you know that you need to write your GCE, you need to write JAMB, and you need to pass. And for you to pass GCE and JAMB, you say, okay, I'm dedicating, let's assume you say, I'm dedicating 100 hours before my exam to pass the exam. So that begins to make it more specific. So you begin to break it down. Those objectives and key results will guide you to achieving what you want to achieve. And James says, in James 1 verse 8, a double-minded man is unstable in his ways. Two minds. Make your mind single. If your eyes be one, if you have a single mind, you have a single purpose, if you have a oneness in you this 2023, channel this 2021, channel all your energy, channel all your resources, channel your attention to achieving that goal. That goal, when you begin to pursue it, you will realize that it is realizable. It's not impossible. Goals are not impossible to meet, but let nothing distract you from your goal. Have a specific goal, have a specific mindset, commit everything you have to achieving your goal. If you say you want to be financially independent in 2021, pursue that for this year. There are many things you will do to achieving that, key results and objectives you need to pursue, but let that be their singleness of purpose. One purpose this year. Chase one purpose this year and see how successful 2021 will be. Until I talk to you again next time, I just felt I should share this one for us at the year's beginning. It's something we should think about, and I'm beginning to believe that 2021 will be a wonderful year. Thank you.